All right, this is a bit of a unplanned video. I'm actually about to go to bed probably within the next hour. My kids are in the bed, but something's bothering me right now, and I wanted to come here on YouTube and get it off my chest. I want to talk about it because I know that there's probably somebody out there that can relate to this topic here because I'm a father. I got three boys. You probably can see it maybe right here on the wall. There's a couple of photos over here, pictures you can't see of my kids drawing. Just photo pictures I like to just hang up and look at as I sit over here and read, my Bible and other books and stuff like that. Do my schedule and things. I just like to sit here and look at that because it inspires me. It motivates me to want to be better. You know, when your kids love you, they look at you like you're their hero, like you can do anything, and they respect you. They look up to you. You inspire them, right? Those are the results of good parenting. You know what bothers me as a parent is when you send your kids to school to do the right thing, treat other kids with respect, help them if you can, respect the teacher, don't be a disturbance, try your best to make good grades, all of the things that we're supposed to teach our kids. And this is this is what me and my wife we typically strive to do. We do this every single day of the week, and we never really have any bad reports from the teachers. Our kids, they don't have behavioral problems, they don't disrupt class, they're respectful, they're just great kids. I'm not trying to like be biased, but I kind of am because they're my kids. But I wouldn't sit here and lie if I didn't know that my children really were well behaved, well mannered, and just great, just terrific kids all the way around, just good citizens. But what bothers me is when they go to school with those character traits and they have to deal with other kids who don't demonstrate those attributes. There's some kids that go to school and they get picked on, they get bullied for whatever reason. And I don't understand why is it so hard for parents to get their kids in check, to get their kids in order. You can tell a lot about how a child is by looking at the home. If a child comes to class to be a problem, to disrupt the class, to disrespect the teacher, then there's probably a lot of that going on at home as well. Like, mom probably isn't spending any time with you. Dad's probably not in the picture, or if he is, he's not spending any time with you. There's probably arguing going on at home. There's probably a lot of just irresponsible, immature behavior. Look, I know parents that don't even act like parents. Like, you got kids and you treat them like they're your friends. Like that's your little brother or your little sister. And you just let them act however they want to act, talk however they want to talk, wear whatever they want to wear, just be whatever they want to be. And then you send them on to school and you just do your thing. You go out, you party, you go to the club. You don't spend quality time with your children. You don't pour into your kids the love and affection and the time that's required for them to be good kids. And a lot of the times, the kids that come to school they lash out at the good kids because they don't have that love at home, and they don't really know how to express it. They don't know how to get that feeling. That it's a feeling, I know, that they don't exactly. And I'm talking about elementary school, by the way. I'm not talking about high school, but the same goes for high school as well. When you got little kids that tease one another or just pick on a particular child, there's something wrong in their household. There's something not right there. Something's going on, and I just want parents to be better. Like, do better, because your negligence ruins somebody else's household. It has the potential to ruin somebody else's household because you don't have your kid in check. Your kid comes to school with a chip on their shoulder, and they start picking on other kids that are actually there to learn, kids that are actually there to be attentive and a help. And they have to, like, deal with bullying. They have to deal with other kids being disruptive, and they don't deserve that. And the parents of those children don't deserve that either. Now, some of you might be like, well, kids will be kids. You know how it is. Like, that's BS. Kids won't be kids. Kids are a product of their environment. I feel like parents that say kids will be kids, you're the problem. You don't want to teach your kids how to be respectful. You don't want to teach your kids how to not disrupt classrooms and to respect their teachers. You don't want to. The teachers, I feel so bad for the teachers. I know a teacher who teaches middle school, and I saw him a few weeks ago, and he told me, I'm so tired of these kids because they're so disrespectful. They don't listen, and they do what they want to do. And I feel like, teachers don't, first of all, they don't even get paid enough to even endure the verbal abuse and sometimes even the physical abuse from some of these kids. And when the school speaks up about the kid and the teacher speaks up about the kid, you got some of these parents out here that, well, what you talking about? My son ain't doing nothing. What did you do to him? Or my daughter ain't do nothing. Like, you're deflecting from the problem. And I feel like any parent that reacts that way is the center of the issue. Because accountability definitely is not something that you're practicing in your home. Because you don't want to hold your child accountable. You don't want to be, you're probably somebody that doesn't like accountability either. And I mean, you tell me, what does a teacher need to lie about? What does a school have to lie about on your child? Like, no one's trying to lie on your kids. Like, if there wasn't a problem, they wouldn't be calling you. They wouldn't be trying to set up conferences if it wasn't a problem. But some of you don't even know what a conference is. Some of you don't even know what a parent-teacher meeting is. You don't request anything. You don't check on the kids come home. You don't ask them how their day is, what they went through, whether they need any help with their homework. Some of you are working. Don't get me wrong, we all got to work. But if you got kids, you still are obligated to be a mom or to be a father to your child. A lot of these kids raising themselves. And then you come home, you're worn out, you're tired, and the child hasn't got no love. And then you can just imagine, like, they see other kids who don't feel the way that they do because they're probably getting something at home that they're not getting. So then they lash out. They get angry. These kids need therapy. These kids need therapy. These kids need a hug. These kids need some love. Because let me tell you something. Y'all might think it's cute, or you might think that it's not a big deal. Oh, it's elementary school. Kids will be kids. Well, that's going to carry over into middle school. And then it'll carry over into high school. And if they make it out of high school, it'll carry over into adulthood. And those issues in which they had as a child that were never addressed will manifest into adult problems, and that trauma that has never been addressed will become somebody else's problem. It's that deep. It's that serious. 110%. Because as a parent, myself, me and my wife, we work hard, we work long days, but we still do the best that we can to provide a safe haven for our family, to teach them and to show them what love is. We don't use profanity in my home. We don't smoke. We don't drink. We don't watch inappropriate stuff. We don't speak inappropriately. We practice loving on each other. We practice hugging. We sit down and we talk every day as far as like how our day was. We just try our best to give our kids a great upbringing and try to not leave any stones unturned. Because when they're an adult, everything that they went through as a child is going to paint the picture for how they turn out when they're men. But when you have wrenches, I call bullies and little bad kids wrenches. That's what I call them. And you say what you want, I don't care, because there's no excuse. And yes, I do blame the parents, but at the same time, you gotta hold people accountable. You gotta hold the kids accountable, and you definitely gotta hold the parents accountable. But some of you parents, you still don't care. Because if you're not willing to talk to the teacher, if you're not willing to talk to the dean or the guidance counselor about your child, you don't care about your child. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna end this video. If you can't adhere to authority at a young age, you won't adhere to authority when you're an adult. And if you can't adhere to authority as an adult, no one's gonna want to hire you. You won't be able to keep a job because you're rebellious. No one's going to want to be around you. If you can't adhere to authority, you're more prone to break the law. If you break the law, you go to jail. And I'll take it a step further. Those who cannot adhere to authority nor respect authority probably doesn't have respect for people. And if you can't respect people, folks, your little 7, 8, 9-year-old who curses at school because they think it's cool, who talks back to the teacher and pushes the teacher and all of that different type of stuff, calls them out of their name. When they do that, they're going to carry that into adulthood, and there's going to be somebody who doesn't want to take it, and they're going to handle business with your little kid when they're an adult. I'm just throwing it out there. If you care about your children, if you want to save your kids, you need to discipline them. You need to spend quality time with them. I'm not a perfect father. Now, my wife, she's not the perfect mother, but we don't have to be the perfect parents. We love our kids. We care about our kids. We want to see them excel. And when you love and you care about someone, you teach them right from wrong. You show them the consequences of their actions before it goes any further. And I just feel sorry for some of these kids out here that don't have that at home. I really, truly do feel bad for you, for the kids out here that that don't have love and discipline in their household. It's terrible. It's awful. And it's awful for the parents that do practice these things, because the kids that get picked on, the kids that get bullied, we gotta hear the stories. We gotta hear what happened for the day, and it disrupts their day. It disrupts their energy. It disrupts them as they go throughout the school year. And when you disrupt the good kids, you're barking up the wrong tree. Get off of Facebook. Get off of social media. Sit down and talk to your children. Stop going out to the club. And sit down and read a book with your son or your daughter. Stop having everybody come over to your crib. Shut it down after a certain time and spend some time with your daughter. They're not our kids, but we got to feel the wrath of your children because of your negligence. Just saying. So, all right. Y'all take it easy. If y'all like this video, comment, like, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.